2. Mm-hmm. So, welcome to this live stream of today, actually from Sim Racing Malta, as usual. Different environment, different setup at the Wurth Auto Fair here in Zebbug. We're having the Auto Fair today, tomorrow and Sunday. Here with me, Justin as usual. And at the back end, there is also George and obviously all our helpers that are helping us here today. This is a challenge of this weekend. I'll pass on the mic to Justin to explain what challenge we're going to have and how it's going to work.
Well, basically we have, as you can see behind us, we have two simulators. Different, we can call that, because we have two different steering wheels and two different types of pedals. On this one we have the GT Omega sim rig, thanks to GT Omega Racing, with the Fanatec version 2.5 wheels, and along with the Husingveld Ultimate pedals. On the other side then we have the same rig from GT Omega Racing and the Logitech G29 and the Fanatec version 3 pedals. So we have a mix-up of setup. The drivers will be using both simulators. So we have, first they do a session on each simulator, and then they switch, so it will be fair with everyone. And yes, that's basically it. Today there will be qualifications till tomorrow, so you can come anytime you want today till even also tomorrow. And then obviously we start doing the eliminations for the final event on Sunday for the finals. I think it's going to be as usual, and now people are getting to know us very well with our live shows that we're doing weekly. So yes, we have already drivers waiting to start participating, and we have newcomers as well. I am not recognizing their face, so it's already good that we're seeing new faces. And we invite everyone who is very interested. Don't be shy, come and enjoy it here. We have a good community. Enjoy it, come and do some practice. We have some time for practice, and then you can obviously take part in the competition. Back to you, Adrian.
So, as Justin explained what's going to happen over this weekend, we invite all those that are watching us, obviously locals in Malta, to come and join us here this weekend. As Justin said, this evening we have qualifications. Tomorrow we have a whole day of qualifications until 4 o'clock, following which then obviously we start with the eliminations of the top 32, and Sunday we go to top 16s. Come and join us here. You just need to come here, register at our registration desk, and obviously give the simulators a try. The top 32 drivers then will start the eliminations tomorrow. It's free, there are no fees. Would like obviously to thank our sponsors, because with our sponsors this couldn't be happening also. Would like to thank Wurth, Malta, GT Omega Racing, Tech Store Limited, Genesis, Husingveld, Fanatec, and I think we didn't forget them.
We also have KSL IT Solutions and KSL, who's the backbone of all this, and Sparco, obviously, Extreme Power Sports. And obviously, we have to thank especially Melita for providing the internet for this whole event and to stream this event as well. So obviously our mind is at rest, yes, that we will have a good streaming. Just to give an idea about the track is going to be, for those who don't know yet about what's going to happen, the track is a race of champions style. It's not the same track, it's a completely different track, but you're going to compete against the other driver. But when today or tomorrow until around 3 or 4, the qualifications, you don't have to be doesn't have to be the first driver, because the important thing is that you have to set up a time, you have to do a time. Then obviously we'll do the eliminations with the other drivers depending on who did the best time and who did the slowest time. We will announce more later news about this, and obviously we're going to be starting very soon, because we have drivers coming up here, and hopefully we will see very much more drivers, especially tomorrow, because tomorrow obviously is the last day of qualifications. So until 3 or 4. So make sure that you come and do not lose this opportunity. It's free. There are no payments. Come and enjoy it. We're already enjoying it and we haven't started yet. So we enjoy doing this. So
it's something we enjoy. We enjoy talking. So now it's time. Justin needs to leave, go inside. So Justin is going to the back end because obviously Justin is the guy taking care of all the streaming, and we're gonna kick off with a short, I think, commercial break, following which we're gonna start to see the first drivers in the simulator. We'll be talking to the drivers with their experience with the different equipment you're using here, and we encourage you to come and join us here at the Wurth Auto Fair 2018 at Wurth Malta showroom in Zebbug. So a short commercial break, and we'll be back with the first drivers on the simulators. We have a good crowd here now. We're going to start with our challenge. Actually, each driver is going to have 3 minutes of practice on this circuit. Then obviously they go on for the next session. It will be 2 laps qualifying. And following that, they swap simulators and they do the same. And they do the same laps on the other simulator, and obviously we register their best times for qualifying. So let me see who will be the first 2 going on. So the first one is Omar Barbara. Omar Barbara, he's talking and he doesn't even notice I'm calling his name. Omar Barbara. And this is Omar. We're going to get him in the first simulator. He's going to go in SRM1. And Keith Camilleri, SRM2 just behind me. So we're going to get the first 2 drivers. Keith is just changing his shoes. 2 drivers from the GT Omega RPME Sport team. Omar and Keith. Following these 2 drivers, we're going to have now, next 2 up will be, let me see who are the next 2 up. So, next 2 up will be Andrea and Matthias. Matthias, yes? All right. Just after Omar and Keith. So, let's see if they are ready. Ready? So, you're going to have 3 minutes of practice. 3 minutes of practice, following which we'll be going for the qualifying session. Omar is short in the simulator, he's saying. We're making the simulator a bit shorter for Omar. And here he goes. You're okay? Yes, he's okay now. Keith is just getting a relaxed position in these GT Omega rigs. So, drivers are ready. Since the drivers are ready. Keith is ready, so just go. You have 3 minutes of practice. Just drive out and keep on doing the lap. Yeah. You have 3 minutes. As soon as you go out, the 3 minutes will start. Here they go. So this is actually the practice for these first 2 drivers. Obviously, they're getting used to the track, a track that these drivers definitely, and whoever is going to come and practice, possibly, the majority would have never practiced on, so they're getting the feel for the first 3 minutes of this track. It's an ROC style track. Remind you that we are live from the Wurth Auto Fair in their showroom in Zebbug. If you want to come and join us in this Sim Racing Malta challenge, we have here, you're welcome to do so. You just come here, it's free, register and try to clock your best time. We have qualifications today and even tomorrow from the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, following which we start the eliminations. We keep on following the drivers doing their lap. Remind you, this is a practice session. We have Omar Barbara on SRM1 and Keith Camilleri on SRM2. It's coming from the GT Omega RPM eSport team. They have 30 seconds left from this practice session, following which obviously they have the qualifying session. So, actually we're in overtime now. We'll just wait so that they finish their lap. Then automatically they will go preparing for the actual qualifying runs. So we wait for both of them to finish their lap. So we wait for Keith now to finish his lap. Now we're gonna go for quickly, very soon, for the qualifications. We remind you that we are live from the Wurth Auto Fair here in Zebbug, and the one following us can come and join us and take a go at this challenge. All you have to do, come here, register, and wait for your time. So, let's see about Keith. We wait for the, I think, countdown. We're in qualifying now, it seems. Yeah, we have the race now, and 1 second, because we see Keith is still on the qualifying. I don't know why. The wait time is the qualifying countdown is the same, so just need to wait. So we'll wait till the time is over for the race to start. Just give me a second. So we're just checking up because it seems there was a server glitch. We just got cut from the server. We're gonna still make the next session. Now it seems all stable again from the server side. So we're gonna restart. So we're just checking a little bit because just got cut from the server. Technical things that do happen when you're working with technology. So
Hopefully it's sorted.
hopefully it's sorted. We just got cut from the server. So we're on again. I'm gonna watch Omar and Kate. Then obviously they will be doing their times. Fortunately, when they were doing their practice session, we just went off the server, so it's set up, it's okay. So they are on. You can see them here now. I have another 3-minute practice with this setup. Sarem one, the one to your left is Omar Barbara, and then Sarem 2, the one on the right, there is Keith Camilleri. So we're in like 1 minute left, 1 minute 10 seconds of this practice session of these two drivers. This is a purposely built, not built, but actually edited track from Sim Racing Malta. We got obviously the all necessary permissions to edit the track for this particular occasion. And we are now very soon going out from this. Like, we are 30 seconds away. Following that, they have a short break on the simulator, and the race time, which will be the qualifying time, will start. So now we're in overtime, just waiting for the drivers to cut their finish line, respective finish line. It's important that they do their finish line. So we're going for the next. There is a wait time now of actually a minute for the drivers to have a short break, following which we're going to start their race time, which will be actually to log in their qualifying times. I think they, all right. So this is race time. Gonna see now Omar and Keith. Omar on the left on your screens on SRM1 and Keith on SRM2 doing their times. So we have a countdown. They're just getting warmed up, and they're gonna do their qualifying session. So when 13 seconds and 10 seconds, we're gonna see the race start. Actually, it's the qualifying session of the race. And here they go. So we're gonna have Keith and Omar clocking their best times, following which they swap simulators, so that obviously all those participating will have their feel on these simulators. So we're seeing them there. Would like to thank Wurth for having us here for this weekend. We remind you, come and join us on this weekend here at the Wurth Auto Fair here in Zebbug. See the great quality products Wurth can offer for you, and also have a go at our sim challenge running here. So gonna see the times they will be doing. Actually, the leader is on the final lap, which in this case seems to be Keith. And the SRM1. Race is over. And So, switch simulators, and we go for the second session of these drivers, following which we're going to have the next two drivers coming up, which will be Andrea Rizzo and Matthias. Let's see now Keith and Omar changing their place. So we're going to be back with you soon. And we'll go for a short commercial break before we go for these drivers. So we're back. There was a slight issue. Seems somebody just snapped our network cable. Thus one of the simulators just went offline. We're back online now for the second session of Omar and Keith. Unfortunately, these are technical things that do happen in a live event. So we're gonna see our drivers if they are ready to go for the next session. These are small technical glitches that we do have. So drivers seem to be okay. He's gonna send you in the so now they are now doing their practice session on the simulator that they swapped, following which they will have their qualifying session for the second race. Then we get our next two drivers on board. So we're in the last 50 seconds of their practice session on this swap, on the swap, the Sims. Actually, I came to the back end of the whole setup we have next to Justin, Brandon, and some other helpers we have here. We could have heard them talking in the background. So we'll wait for the session to end. Then they will clock their time on this position they have on the simulators. Then we get our next two drivers in our simulators, as we said. So yes, the session is over. We just wait for the drivers to cut their respective finish line, and we go for the next session, which will be actually the race. You will see the race. That means that they will be clocking their time for qualifyings. So they're going for the next session, which will be the race time. We have a wait time for the drivers to have a short break, following which they will go for 2 laps of a race, which in this case will be the clocking of their qualifying for this weekend. We remind you, you can come and join us here, the Wurth Auto Fair, here in their showroom in Zebbug. Obviously, apart from seeing the great tools and equipment Wurth has to offer, you can also take a chance in this challenge by Sim Racing Malta. Obviously, I would like to thank sponsors, our sponsors, that without them we won't be here with this setup and doing this event. I'd like to thank World Pro Racing, Wurth, GT Omega Racing, Textor, Melita, Genesis, Fanatec, Husing, Veld, and Sparco. As you can see, okay, due to the technical issue I had with the network cable in our first race, we need to rerun the first race because excuse me, because the times were not registered of the first run they've done. So thus it means following this they need to swap again and do the race. So here we're waiting to see Keith and Omar. Keith, how's it going?
All right.
Enjoying it?
Yes, yes.
Sure. I don't know whether you heard me, but we need to redo the first session because of your network cable. Somebody snapped it going past through. So following this session, you need to swap again. 20 seconds left for the start of the race. Here we go. And there they go. We have Keith Camilleri on SRM1, Omar Babara on SRM2. For this Wurth Sim Racing Malta challenge here at the Wurth showroom in Zebbug. So we see here that the leader is on his final lap. So we see that SRM1 clocked, seems, a time of, oh, he didn't just give me the time to check the times, but now they need to swap places again because their first lap was not recorded. So we give them time to swap, do this run, and we're gonna skip obviously the qualifying session and go straight away to the race, as far as Justin told me, so we can do that. So here we go to repeat their first session, and then we go for the next two drivers. Okay. So this is their practice session actually. So we get Andrea prepared and Matthias is here also. Let them get prepared. Anybody want to join the challenge, they just need to come here next to us, register, and obviously wait for their turn to do and clock the times. Remind you that we're at the Wurth showroom here in Zebbug for this Wurth Auto Fair 2018. Where we're running this Sim Racing Malta challenge on a purposely edited track for this event, and cars, as you can see. So I have 53 seconds left, 50 seconds left from this practice they have, and they will redo their qualifying, because obviously they were the first qualifying they've done, the first race they've done. Unfortunately, the times were not clocked due to somebody obviously stepping over our network cable, which put SRM2 offline. We're in overtime, just waiting for the drivers to cut their finish line. And we're going for the race session, which will, in this case, will be clocking of their qualifying time. Then we go for our next two drivers. We apologize for being long on this session with these two drivers, but unfortunately, due to a small technical glitch, which was from one of the network cables, there was a network failure on one of our simulators here. I'd like to thank also Textor for supporting us with the hardware when it comes to computers and monitors. Genesis for also supporting us. GT Omega Racing, as you can see, our drivers here are racing on GT Omega Art cockpits with a Pro screen frame. So we have a 1 minute 40 seconds. Now is the time for Omar. How was it? Sorry, it's been a long one, but we had a small technical glitch. But how was your experience in this such kind of track? It's your first time, I think, doing such a track here.
It's my first time in this track. The car, again, it's my first time. I've drove a Civic. I'm always in GT3s. But yeah, I mean, trying to have a hang of it. It's still early, but now I focus more. I mean, for now, the thing that I know what some curves I can take a bit more with power. I try to use them in this run now. Maybe tomorrow, if we have chance, let's see.
Yeah, sure not. Why not? If there is time, we'll do it again. How do you feel in this Art GT Omega cockpit? You have one at home, we know that, because obviously GT Omega RPM Sport team is supported by GT Omega, and all our team members have one at home. How is the feeling here, very quickly, because we're 45 seconds away?
It's been a great upgrade. I needed it. It's helping me a lot. The seat is comfortable. You've got everything around you. I'm already planning on how to fix some more monitors and more tablets, but everything is fixable with it.
Go there, 30 seconds to go for your race. Good luck. So here we are in this second session going on. Before I kicked to Justin inside, but now I came just next to him. He's been running around because of the technical glitch. How is it going now, Justin? Stabilized? That's good. That's good. So this is the actually the second qualifying session for the drivers, and here we see that the leader of this session is actually on his last lap. So we'll see the times they will clock, and Justin will go online with his voice that I think now you've got accustomed to during our live shows. Yeah, the people watching us got accustomed, I think, to our voices now hearing us. So Justin will be giving you the results here. So you can hear what's going on in the back end. We have George here also taking care of the audio with us, and Justin. So here are the times. SLM1 is Omar. Okay, and on SRM 2 is Keith.
20.786.
Okay, so those are the qualifying times. So Andrea, we go like Andrea now, going in SRM1. Andrea going in SRM1 and Matthias going in SRM2. So SRM1, Andrea, it's the one with the Logitech. SRM2, the one here with Matthias. We have Omar now following his race. He's gonna give them obviously their tips. We get the drivers put on their headphones so that Justin will be talking to them. Now Omar, so we're seeing Omar. I just switched to Maltese. I don't know why, because I heard somebody talking to Maltese. So Omar is leading the drivers, preparing them in the sims. So they are ready. It's a wait time of 50 seconds for their practice, which we'll see as we see on your screens as qualifying, following which they do the race, which will be their qualifying session. Yes. Seems they are ready. To go for the qualifying session. So they can go. You can go, you can start. And this is actually their practice. They have 3 minutes of practice, following which then obviously they will have the race and they will swoop around simulators as we have 2 setups. Thank you Omar for helping as always. Thank you obviously to Brandon and the rest of the team that come to help us every time. So here we see Andrea, who's on SRM1, and Matthias on SRM2, doing their practice before their first qualifying session at these positions. So after Andrea and Matthias, when they do their part, we will have Kurt and John, Kurt Camilleri and John Ajus, having a try at this qualifying. So I'm a little bit over with my voice out here, so my voice can be lowered. And seeing Andrea and Matthias doing their practice. Actually, it's just over now. We just wait for them to cut the respective finish lines, and after that, we're gonna see the race, which in our case today is a qualifying session where they will clock their time for this weekend challenge here at the Wurth Auto Fair. They have a short wait now before going to So we're in 1 minute 20 seconds before kicking off this qualifying race session, which will register the qualifying time for Andrea and Matthias. We're 1 minute away. Following this 2 laps they have now, they will swap sims, because as we said, we have different setups on our simulators on our GT Omega Racing cockpits here. One with my Sarum 1 is with a G29, Logitech G29 steering wheel and Fanatec pedals, and the Sarum 2 is with a Fanatec steering wheel and using belt pedals. We did this setup obviously to give also all people trying this challenge this weekend the feel of 2 different setups, 2 levels of steerings. So we are 10 seconds away before we see Andrea and Matthias clocking their first time. Here we go, and we saw that unfortunately Matthias had a false start because he kicked in the first gear before, thus having a 20-second penalty automatically given by the system for this first clocking time. So actually now he can leave because he had a 20-second penalty because he went out before the red lights went off. He will have a chance when we change simulators on his second session to clock a time which will be valid to be with the top 32 for this weekend, for tomorrow afternoon when we start eliminations. So on Andreas is on his final lap here. Obviously, Matthias has a 20-second penalty because of a forced start. So that is over for Andreas this race. He clocked his time, and we need to wait. We need to wait for Matthias to finish his actually lap. Mala, now we get the two drivers swap place. Don't do another false start in the second race. Have a seat there, and we're gonna have the same session. We're gonna have a 3-minute practice, which will be like qualifying, and following which you go for the race like you did just now. So now we have Matthias on SRM1 and Andrea on SRM2. We get Justin from inside to talk to us and tell us the times of the first race they had here. Justin. So, the first race happened like this.
SRM1, 1 minute, 24 seconds, 491. And SRM2, 1:48, 697.
So SRM1 was Andre and SRM2 was Matthias. Matthias had a 20-second penalty because of false start. Yes, Matthias did have the 20-second penalty. And here you can see the backhand, what's going on with Justin. George. And Elton. Because Eldin, okay. So I got his name wrong the first time, but on the second time I managed to get it right. Eldin, George and Justin here at the back end of all this. We remind you, all those following us, if you want to join us this weekend, please do so and come here at the Wurth showroom at the Wurth Auto Fair and have a go at this challenge this weekend. So they're going out where they have their 3-minute practice. After Andreas and Matthias, we have Kurt Camilleri and Jonah Juice, who will try to clock a time. Anybody want to join this challenge, please do come here, register at our registration desk and have a go at this sim racing challenge here at the Wurth Auto Fair 2018. I'd like to thank our sponsors. First of all, I'd like to thank Wurth for having us here and for this weekend with the Sim Racing Challenge and World Pro Racing, GT Omega Racing, Tech Store, Merita, Genesis, Using Veld, Fanatec, Sparko, also KSL and KSL IT, and Sim Racing Malta for putting together this challenge. We are 1 minute 20 seconds away from the finish from this practice session for Matthias and Andrea after they have just swapped, and then we'll see the race, which means they will clocking their time. So we're 20 seconds away from the finish of this qualifying session on what you see on screens, but it's actually practice session for our drivers on their soft position on simulators before they do their second race for registering their qualifying time for this weekend. Remind you, all you have to do, if you want to have a go at this challenge, come here at the Wurth showroom in Zebbug. We have till 9 o'clock today. Tomorrow we have a long day from 8:39 in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon as qualifyings are concerned, and following which we start with the eliminations for the weekend. And then we have the final sessions between 9 and 12 o'clock on Sunday morning. So, time is over. We just wait for our drivers to cut their respective lines, finish lines, and actually they did. So now we have a short wait before they actually start their race. So, I'm gonna have a quick word with Matthias. So, what's your experience with this challenge this weekend here? Something different?
It's completely different for me. It's my first time doing a proper sim competition. I've no prior racing experience, so it's a challenge in itself.
That's good. That's good having such an experience on this weekend. Quickly with Andrea now. Andrea, he's returning to such challenges with us. We had him at the Nova Series and the Eden Arena. So, Andrea, this experience this time different from your last experience with us. What do you think?
Yeah, it's different. Last time it was a hill climb. Now it's a sort of small track. It's very tight, but it's fun nonetheless.
Great, challenging, yeah?
Yes, you have to be careful.
Not too much room for error.
No, and especially with front-wheel drive cars.
That's good. So, those were Matthias and Andrea. We're like 1 minute, 20 seconds away before this second session. They will have here to register a better time than their first session. Matthias needs to do his great effort because he gained a 20-second penalty in his first session, which was given due to a false start he did in the race. So we're 45 seconds away before the start of the race. So, 10 seconds away. Drivers are ready, waiting for the LED lights to go on. And here they go. So this is their second qualifying session race, so that they clock the best time. Following these two drivers, we're going to have John Ajus and Kurt Camilleri trying to actually clocking their times in this challenge this weekend. So the leader is on his final lap. So we have Matthias on SRM1 and Andrea on SRM2 in this session. And the session is over for them. Let's see from Justin what are their times. Just running next to Justin because he's lazy to switch on his microphone. Yes? So Justin, tell us the times.
SRM1, 1 minute 24 seconds 216, and SRM2, 1:22 1:15.
So SRM1 we had Matthias in this case, and SRM2 we had Andrea. So we have our next two contestants in this weekend, which are Kurt Camilleri and John Ajus. So we have John Ajus on SRM1 and Kurt Camilleri on SRM2 for their first practice. Following which, and there we saw Justin pop out from the middle. So we see them doing the practice session. So the practice session is now over. We're just in overtime and waiting for both drivers to cut their respective finish line. following which there will be a short break for the drivers before they start their actual race, which will be today for registering their time. Remind you there are Kurt Camilleri and Jonah Juice on the simulators for this time of the challenge. So I have 1 minute 45 seconds of wait time before they start their race, which will count towards their qualifying times for today. Anybody here with us would like to try this challenge, just register at our registration desk, and obviously you can have your go on our sims and for this challenge this weekend here at the Wurth Auto Fair. For those following us on live stream, you can join us also tomorrow here for our qualifying sessions from 9 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and in the evening we start at around 4:30. We start with our eliminations, and Sunday we have our top 16 finals. "45 seconds away. Jonah Juice on SRM1, Kurt Camilleri on SRM2. Let's see this race between them, which will just serve for clocking their qualifying times today. So, wait for the red lights to go on, wait for them to go off, and there they go. Their first race session. Following this session they will swap simulators and do a second session to get the best possible qualifying time this weekend. The top 32 drivers will pass on to the finals and eliminations of tomorrow evening. Then from tomorrow evening we'll have our top 16 for Sunday, where the top 3 drivers that will go on the podium on Sunday will also get great gifts from Wurth. Here, the leader is on his last lap, so that we'll hear the times from Justin very soon of this first race, qualifying time from Kurt Camilleri and Jonah Juice. So, it's over, and we're gonna get Justin to give the times.
1:24, 1:89. SRM2 1, 22, 3, 4, 5. So SRM2 had won this race.
It's actually he didn't win it, but he did the best time in this race, but obviously clocked the best time. But they are just clocking the best times, qualifying times for the top 30 for tomorrow. Now we'll wait for them to swap. Okay, he won his race. Now they are. Now they need to swap simulators. They just need to swap simulators now. Because it seems they kept on driving, but this session is over, so I'm gonna get them swap simulators. So, quick word with Kurt. Kurt, you said you'll be gonna joining us racing now from January next year, so you're preparing. What's like this challenge? You've been coming to all the challenges we've done. Something different, quickly.
It's really nice. Competing next to each other. It's fun.
That's great. So we leave Kurt now prepare for his practice in this simulator because they swap places. And John now in 25 seconds they're gonna start their practice. They are ready. So there they go in their practice for now, where they have 3 minutes, actually now 2 minutes 45 seconds to practice, and after their swap of simulators, obviously to practice with the different setup of the sim. So now they have 1 minute 25 seconds left on this practice. We're on board with Kurt Camilleri here on SRM1. So, we're 28 seconds away from this practice session. Which, for those following us online, it's the qualifying session in this case. Excuse me. And we're gonna go now after this session for the race itself, which where the drivers will clock their register their time. So we have a short wait. Quick word with John. John joined us last April for our challenge in the Eden Arena, yes, and he's joining us also online with our races. So how's your experience with sim racing Malta and this experience here on this track?
Well, I'm finding the setup very professional. I'm loving it a lot, and I want to keep having myself being involved more and more as time goes by.
Yeah, actually, we saw your setup at home, which it's a full-blown setup now, so that means that you're taking it seriously and doing it professionally.
Yes, I'm trying to do it in the best way I could, but it takes time to get to the level you desire.
That's good, but when there is a will, there is a way, they say. Thanks, John. So now, soon they're off. We have a small wait time of another 2 minutes here. So they have 1 minute, 50 seconds more before they start the second race, and they're qualifying. So, in 1 minute time, we're gonna see the second session, where we have Kurt Camilleri on SRM 1 and John Ajus on SRM 2, where they will try to clock their best time so that they ensure they are in the top 32 for tomorrow. And then we'll see all the top 32 drivers driving again tomorrow in elimination mode this time. So actually the race winners will pass for the next round for the finals of Sunday. Remind you, we are here at the Wurth Auto Fair 2018 at their Wurth showroom in Zebbug. We encourage you to join us here so that you will manage to see, obviously, apart from the great tools and equipment Wurth has to offer, also take part in this challenge. You're gonna see now the red lights are on, red lights are out, and here they go. This is the second session. After Kurt and John, we're gonna have, let me see whom we're gonna have going next. Brandon Tabon and Matthew Bugeya going up next. So I'm gonna make my way next to Justin so that we'll see the times. These drivers will register. Kurt and John, their second clogged session. After which we're gonna have, I think, Brandon and Matthew, if I'm not wrong. Brandon is still having his coffee. Okay. So the race, it's over. Race is over and we have Justin here. I joined him again here to give us the time. So SRM1, Kurt Camilleri, SRM2, Jonah Juice.
So SRM1 clocked 1:27.03 and SRM2 1:24.812.
Okay, that's great. So now we have Brandon and Matthew going to take their place. So Brandon, you can take your place. So, I'm gonna have Brandon and Matthew, yes, Matthew. So we're gonna have a short break now, and we'll be back to you with the session of Brandon and Matthew. So we're back here. We're gonna have a practice session, yes, where we have Matthew. We're going for the race. We have Matthew Bugeja and Brendan Tabona. We have Matthew Bugeja on SRM1, Matthew Bugeja on SRM1, Brendan Tabona on SRM2. They're gonna get ready for the race. They've done their practice session during our commercial break. They're gonna get ready. The lights are going on soon. Here they go on. Lights are out and they go. Let's see this first race of Brendan Tabona and Matthew Bugeja, how they're gonna end and what times they're gonna clock. We remind our viewers we're here at the Wurth Auto Fair at the Zebbug showroom. You can come and join us. We're here till Sunday, and also tomorrow we have qualifying sessions in the Sim Racing Challenge at the Wurth Auto Fair. They are on their last. The leader is on his last lap here. And we have a finish. Finished his run. Yeah, I'm going next to Justin so that he can give us his times. SRM1 Matthew Bugeja, SRM2 Brendan Tabona.
So SRM1 clocks 1:25.545. And SRM2 1:25.87.
And that was Justin on SRM1. There was Matthew Bugeja, and on SRM2 there was Brendan Tabona. Now they are changing position so that they go for their second try. So now we're gonna have Brendan Tabona on SRM1 and Matthew Bugeja on SRM2. We're giving the drivers a second try to swap places, obviously, because as we said in the beginning, we have different setups here. We have two GT Omega art cockpits with pro monitor stands, thanks to GT Omega Racing. Then on SRM1 we have a Logitech G29 steering wheel and the Fanatec pedals. And on SRM2 we have a Fanatec steering wheel and Husing belt pedals. Now they are out for their warm-up, for their practice in this setup. I have Justin joining me. I'll give you also a short review about the setups and what kind of setups you can have. Justin, up to you.
So basically, maybe you have just joined us now. The setup is that we have both the same simulators as in the rig by GT Omega Racing, and then we have different styles of wheels and different type of brands. On SRM2 we have the Fanatec version 2.5 and Husingveld Ultimate pedals, and on the other side we have the Logitech G29 with the Fanatec version 3 pedals. Why is this? Because obviously you need to see the difference between one brand and another, and obviously the feel of these devices. Obviously they need to practice before the race because when they switch they find a different kind of setup, so therefore they have to do a little bit of practice. They have 3 minutes of practice and then a couple of minutes for preparing to the race, and then they have the 2 laps as you have just seen before they switched the simulators. So yeah, so far it seems fine. If you can join me, Adrian, and I've been checking everything, the timing and everything, as you can see now what they're doing at the moment. They've got 15 minutes left, and for those who is watching the live streaming, we have also the Wurth Auto Fair, not just sim racing, but there are also the companies offering some promotional materials to show you what their product does and live, so you can come and visit the stands and see what they're doing and what they're offering from the products by Wurth. Yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Tomorrow we have also qualifying, and then we start with the eliminations later on in the afternoon. Back to you, Adrian, because I have to continue the broadcast.
Thank you, Justin. We had a good explanation there from Justin what's going on here behind me today, tomorrow, and also on Sunday here at the Wurth Auto Fair 2018. So now this is the second session we're looking at for Brendan Tabon and Matthew Bugeja. We have Brendan Tabon now on SRM1 and Matthew Bugeja on SRM2. A quick word with Brendan. So Brendan, quick word with you. What do you feel? How do you feel? And your experience, because I think you never drove this kind of circuit, an ROC type circuit. So
yes, I'm feeling very good. Yes, these tracks are new for me, but it's a great challenge. Yeah.
As always, Brendan does a lot of laps usually, but this time we didn't give him the time to do that. Brendan is also one of the GT Omega RPM Esport racing team. He'll be also part of the team taking part in the Sim Expo GT500 Series Challenge on iRacing. I think looking forward for that, yes. The team that will be taking part in that challenge at that race at the Sim Expo will be Brendan, Keith and Terence from GT Omega RPM Esport. And then we have also Bernard and Omar who will be taking part in the other races. Looking forward for that?
Yes, for sure. Very looking forward for it. Meeting other sim racers, big sim racers. Thanks to you guys. And let's hope we do very good there.
Yeah, sure. Let's say this. You have time to train, yeah? You'll definitely do it yourself, so you're going to have a couple of hours. You have a short break because of you getting married, so you're tying the knot, as we say. So he'll have a short break, following which then training for September. Actually, July 1st, 24 hours.
Yes. So next month I will be a bit busy, but after that, yes, I will come for more practice.
Good. So, quick word with Matthew. This challenge, Matthew, how do you see it? How do you feel in these cockpits?
Obviously, it's a new experience for me, but I feel very good in this challenge. I'm getting used to everything, and I think I can compete with the top, I think.
That's good. So, Matthew also is a newcomer to us. So, Matthew, you have 40 seconds before you start your second qualifying session. Good luck to both drivers, and we're always happy to see newcomers also joining us for the challenge. So here they go. Red lights are on. Red lights are out, and there they go. We have Brandon Tabon SRM1, Matthew Bujay on SRM2. Let's see what times they will clock in this second race. After these two drivers, we have another two drivers. If I'm not wrong, yes, Rachid. The next two up. So we have Jose Sammut and Darren Dalli. So they get ready. I'm gonna go and join Justin and George and Eldon at the back end. So that we'll hear Justin giving us join the Justin now again to see the times of these two drivers, Brandon Tabona and Matthew Bujaya. So times are in, and I'll pass on the microphone to Justin.
So SRM1 clocked 1 minute 20.197 and SRM2 1:23.714.
So we had Brendan Tabor on SRM1 and Matthew Bujay on SRM2 in this case. Now we have our next two drivers. They take their place for the next session. So we have Darren Dalli. He's going in SRM1 and Jose Sammut in SRM2. We have Omar now helping the drivers prepare. So as I said, Darren Dalli here on so you'll be leaving not now, wait. We have Darren Dalli on SRM1, Jose Sammut on SRM2, and Omar giving them their tips. So, seems the drivers are ready in their place. Okay, you can go. All right, so here they go for their practice session. We have Darren Dalli on SRM1 and Kevin Sammut on SRM2. Oh, sorry, Jose Sammut on SRM2. Facebook and YouTube followers to come and join us here. Obviously, people from Malta. We are at the Wurth Auto Fair 2018 at the Wurth showroom in Zebbug. We have a whole day tomorrow for qualifying. All those wanting to have a try at this sim racing challenge brought to you by Sim Racing Malta and Wurth. They can join us tomorrow for qualifyings from 9 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, following which we'll start eliminations. So, we're in overtime, just waiting for the both drivers to cut their finish line, and the session is over. And we're waiting now for their actual race session. And very soon they will go off on the race. So the race will go off in like 1 minute. Their first race to clock their time. The race is soon on. So, here we soon go. Red lights are on, red lights are out. There they go, so that they clock their first time for this sim racing challenge here at the Wurth Auto Fair 2018. So here we have Darren Daly on SRM1 and Jose Samut on SRM2. We're waiting for SRM1 to finish his lap. And there it is. So now they're gonna swap sims, and I'm just going to pass quickly my microphone to Justin so that he'll give us the times. Here you go.
So SRM1 clocked 1 minute 49 seconds 647, and SRM2 124.013. Register times, okay. On to you.
And on SRM1 we had Darren Daly. On SRM2 we had Jose Samut. Now they swapped places, swapped sims, and will await for their second session. Mala, they can start their practice session on these sims. We have Omar giving us a helping hand here. So we're seeing now the second practice session in this position on the sims, where we have now Jose Samut on SRM1 and Darren Daly on SRM2. We remind you, this is a Sim Racing Challenge from Sim Racing Malta here at the Wurth Auto Fair 2018. All those following us For those following us on Facebook, they can join us here. There's a full exhibition from Wurth with their tools and equipment for auto repairs, focused on auto repairs and various other tools. And also we have this challenge running here. And this weekend, who the podium winners will eventually win great prizes thanks to Wurth. Definitely some good quality items as Wurth has to offer here at their outlet in Zebbug. Here we're seeing the practice session, which is like will run out in 40 seconds. Where we have Darren Dalli on SRM2, Jose Samut on SRM1. We have also Omar assisting us here with the driver, giving their tips. You can also join us tomorrow and Sunday here in Zebbug at the Wurth showroom. And also have a go at the sim racing challenge we have here. You can see the schedule. So tomorrow at 8:45 we start with registrations, and then we have from 9:30 till 3 o'clock in the afternoon qualifications. We can also overrun the qualifications by few time, depending obviously on the attendance and people registering for this challenge, following which we'll start with the top 32, out of which we'll have the top 16 drivers, which will go head to head again on Sunday for the podium. This challenge brought to you thanks to Wurth. And also would like to thank our sponsors, which are World Pro Racing, GT Omega, Textor Limited, Merita, Genesis, Fanatec, Husingveld and Sparco. I have also Justin in the back end giving me and reminding me some tips in my ear all the time. Hello Justin. There's also I forgot his name again once more. You cannot. And also there will be normally George there also on the sound. But he's somewhere around. We have also Rachel helping us, and also members from the GT Omega RPM Sport team. We are now waiting for the race to start. A quick chat with Jose. Your experience, Jose, in this challenge?
It's been nice so far. It's very competitive, it's difficult. But you have to stay on it, you have to find the limits. You have to be careful with the throttle, with the brake. You have to be sensitive, but flat out at the same time.
That's good. Little room for error, yes?
The walls are close.
That's right. So, Darren, a quick word with you. How do you feel in this challenge?
Excited, tell you the truth. It's the first time. I'm not used on computers. Wow, I'm a horrible driver.
I heard you shouting that you'll better stick to off-roading, yeah, instead of circuit racing.
Yeah, seems like that it's better I stay in off-road.
Great. Good luck for your second run, and good luck, Jose, also. So, let me put you in. And there they are. They're gonna start in 35 seconds. So, the race is gonna start soon, And there are the red lights going on. Red lights are on. The red lights are out, and here they go. We have Jose Samut on SRM1 and Derin Dalli on SRM2, trying to clock their best time today. As they said, challenging circuit. And I'm gonna join Justin to tell me the times. They are clocking. So I'm joining Justin now. Justin. SRM2 that finished the race, and here we go with the times from Justin. We had Jose Samut on SRM1 and Derin Dalli on SRM2. Justin?
So SRM1 with 1 minute 23 seconds and 3:17 splits. SRM2 1 minute 29 and 5:58. So SRM1 took this race, got the best time.
So I'm gonna do the closing from here, yes, for today. I cannot find the competitor around. It was Mark. So we're gonna go outside, me and Justin, to give you a brief about the next 2 days, and we close our day today here. So, Justin, I pass on the microphone to you so that you did the closing. I did the opening, so the closing of Friday.
Well, I hated being in front of a camera, you know that. Well, you have to get used to it. So, obviously, well, you're a bit shy at the beginning, but then if there's no one who can do it, you have to do it, you know? Well, basically, it was quite good today, and so obviously we'll continue with the qualifications tomorrow until around 3 p.m. And then we start with the eliminations with the top 32, right? So yes, obviously you can keep coming. The better we are, obviously, the more happier we will be. Obviously, it's not just sim racing here, but there is the Wurth Auto Fair, where you can see various products by Wurth, which they are promoting. And yes, you can come, feel free to come, even on Sunday, although maybe you will not be participating, you can still come and watch and support all the work that we're doing, and that, because that is our reward, supporting us, and we'll be happy. So yes, obviously we have to thank the sponsors, Wurth, World Pro Racing, Sim Racing Malta, obviously ourselves, Melita, Textor, Genesis, GT Omega Racing, Extreme Power Sports, and KSL IT, Fanatec, and Husingveld, who offered us the products, and all those companies that support us in championships and other series, obviously. We have series, the casual races that we do every month. We have 2 casual races every month, and championships. We currently have the Porsche Championship, which is the overall at the moment is Hani Al-Sabti, who is from Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. And we have our drivers as well participating. So yes, and stay tuned, because we have championships, more championships coming up. And yes, so follow us and share our pages. The more support we have, the more we work for you guys to enjoy sim racing. And let's make sim racing the best sport, not only in real life, but also virtually. On to you, Adrian.
So, as Justin said, thank you. We're gonna end this live streaming of today here. We'll see them tomorrow from the morning. Very long day tomorrow, actually. So we'll see you tomorrow. Stay with us. Follow us for this weekend. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube for the coming weeks.
Now it's my time.
It's your time. We're gonna have a go. Bye bye.